Interact Certificates and Letters module is there to help you reduce your administrative workload. So the purpose of it is to make it easy for employees to request specific documents and letters that they need from HR, and for HR to be able to produce those letters without manual intervention, if at all possible, and to distribute them easily, and to track also who's received which letters. So as with all modules in Interact, we'll look at our general setup, starting out with the policy setup. So you can use this for reference letters, for certificates, training certificates, whatever it is that you need. You'll be able to work the way you want to. You can include stamps and signatures as part of your letter, and you will be able to set up a basic workflow and a request numbering system. Everything will be automated for you. In fact, you could have a different setup by employee group if you wanted to. What we're going to do is just look at the options here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create the types of letters and certificates that you would want to use. And you can see here that I have a employment verification letter, a salary confirmation letter, and a loan letter. You could have had any number of letters and types. Now, these types, I have also set up an issuance frequency. So if you have a company policy that limits this to a certain number that you do per employee per specific period, then you can choose that period and you can choose the frequency and apply it that way. Now, once we have set up our types, then we can set up the actual templates. Here's an example of a couple of templates. I'll pull up one of them. It's an employee loan letter. It actually confirms that an employee loan has been issued to the employee. And here you can see the template that's being used. Note this is a true text editor, a Word text editor that allows you to create your own template, put in any text you like, and put in any field. For example, if I wanted to use the date of birth as a field that needs to be in the text, I would just copy this and paste it right here, if that's what I want. I'm not going to keep that right now because there's no point using it in this letter. But the point should be clear that I have access to everything I want. I put it in a template and the system will generate it for me. So it's a true text editor. No limitations on what you can put in that text. And so you notice that we have some basic details. You can apply this to specific employee groups only, and so on. Now let's see what that looks like in real life for us. I'm going to log in as Barbara, and I will request such a letter. Here's one that's already in the system. This is a letter I requested for employment verification. And we'll request a loan letter. So employee loan. I could put in some comments if there's something specific that I need. I can see a preview of the letter that will be generated for me. Here's a copy of it. And if I'm happy with that, I will go ahead and add my request. The request has been added. Now, somebody in HR will receive that request. It may have first gone through a number of approvals, but we'll skip the approval logic right now. And we'll just look at the requests that we have. There are 2 letters, in fact, requested from Barbara. And we can preview that letter one more time. This shows me the whole letter. I could have added logos and everything else. Company, I will print this on company letterhead, of course. And we will go ahead and approve this and say the letter was issued today. And now this is going to be available on the record for Barbara. And she will be able to download final version, or maybe she needs to come and get an original from your office. That all depends on your manner in which you're going to work. I'll do one more example to show you how simple this is. Stacy Jones, another one of our employees, goes in and says, I need a reference letter. She doesn't have any requests pending yet. So reference letter has its own type and code. We'll take a look at this format. So here's a quick template that the system has produced for me. If I'm satisfied with that, I can go ahead and proceed and submit my request, and that's all there is to it. Same logic as with all the other letters. So there's no limit to what type of certificates and letters you require, or what specific formats, templates you want to use. Everything can be created as required by the HR department and then used to automate the whole process.